Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust with 31 Triple Doppler.
Maybe not the best night for stargazing out there.
Probably not. A few more clouds than we're used to here the last few days.
Yeah, we'll be dodging a few thunderstorms out there this evening. It's been a minute since we've had to deal with much rain. So back into the summer swing of things we go as temperatures have warmed up this afternoon, and that's part of the reason we're going to get back into the stormy pattern this evening as well. Right now we are dry across North Alabama. The Wave 31 Skycam network showing partly cloudy sky. We are rain-free across the region and certainly warmer today than it was this long weekend. Current temperature of 85 in Huntsville, Fayetteville at 81, Decatur and Muscle Shoals at 83 degrees. A couple spots still hanging on to upper 70s from Coleman over to Guntersville. If you didn't get enough of the grill this weekend, we are looking at beautiful grilling weather over the next few hours, staying on the warm side with low 80s 5 o'clock through 7 o'clock. We'll have to start watching out for those isolated storms around 6 and 7 o'clock this evening. But for the time being, again, we are dry across North Alabama with a mix of sun and clouds. We're looking to our east for the initial area of development right now in northwest Georgia. There's a little boundary that's going to push westward into northeast Alabama. So Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall counties, kind of the area we're watching for the initial storm development around 6 and 7 o'clock. That activity will gradually push westward as we move into the evening, very scattered in nature. So a lot of us may not necessarily get that rain, but a few of you will get a brief downpour and maybe a little bit of lightning as we move into this evening. Most of that clearing out shortly after midnight tonight. Looking ahead to Wednesday, very similar to today. Quick warm-up gets us to the low 80s by the late morning, and we'll stay put in the low to mid 80s tomorrow afternoon. Now, tomorrow is going to be a little different from today, not necessarily with the temperatures, but with the timing of potential storms. It's going to be a lot earlier, likely firing around noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sticking around through the afternoon hours, and then mostly clearing out by the time we get to the evening. So just kind of moving up that timetable a little bit for tomorrow. They're widely scattered. Many of us, once again, will end up staying dry tomorrow. We do that again on Thursday. Afternoon pop-up showers and storms a possibility, but they will be very much hit and miss and should fizzle out by Thursday evening. Looking ahead to Friday, most models are keeping us dry at that point, and it looks like that drying trend could very well continue through the upcoming weekend. We're going to be keeping an eye on a developing system in the Gulf. The National Hurricane Center highlighting the Gulf, much of Florida into the Atlantic as an area that could see tropical development within the next 7 days. The odds not particularly high. Next 2 days of any named storm developing is just 10%, and it's only 20% for the next 7 days, but there is going to be general low pressure in that region that could spin up over the next week or so. As for us in North Alabama, we are likely not going to be affected by that system. In fact, we're likely going to trend drier by the weekend and hotter. Forecast highs on Saturday and Sunday at 90 degrees. Both days likely to be dry. So the drier we get, the hotter it gets. And that's exactly what's in store for us this upcoming weekend. If you're heading to June Jam, bring the water with you. It's going to be toasty out there. As we head toward next week, we do cool down a smidge with mid 80s expected by the middle of next week.
It wouldn't be a June Jam without the heat.
Yeah, goes hand in hand, right?
Yep.